welcome to today's episode. I am so excited to be interviewing Naomi Vega from Glamorously Living. Thank you so much
Hi.
and being on my podcast today.
Thanks for having me, Lisa. This is exciting.
It's so exciting. I've loved watching your journey over the last year or so. We've become friendly on Instagram, and I loved watching you move and you having new twin baby girls, right?
Yeah.
And just redecorating your home. You've had a busy, busy year.
Oh, yeah. Lots going on over here.
I can imagine. I can imagine having twins and then moving and decorating and just keeping all of your content flowing and growing.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but I had a lot of encouragement along the way. I have really awesome people that love and support me and, really believe in my channel and on my social media, all my social media platforms. So I'm grateful and really fortunate to have that encouragement to keep me going because
Yeah.
it's tough at times for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. It is for me, and my kids are grown, so I
Oh
can
yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what started first? Was it your Instagram or your YouTube channel?
So my Instagram is where I started, sharing pictures of my house, little things here and there. Um, and then I've been on Instagram for about 3 years now. And from there, I started my YouTube channel last year.
Oh wow.
I decided to add an additional platform to my to all my craziness. And but it's been great. It's been a lot of fun,
It's
a
grown.
lot of trial and error too,
Yeah.
with stuff, but it's been really good. And I've had the opportunity to meet and work with other influencers, on both platforms. And it's been fun just sharing my home and, my life and family and working with different brands has been really big too.
Yeah.
So super grateful for that. But yeah, overall, I love that I, turned my hobby into work, basically, if you can even call it that, really. Just the fact that I can run around and decorate my home and stage it and take pictures and have people enjoy it is really, it's fulfilling.
Yeah, it really is. And I love your page. I love your neutral palette. Everything
Thank
is just
you.
always so clean and classy. And
Yeah, that's
uh,
what I love. I love, just like the classic colors and, people ask me, do you like not like color? And I'm like, no, that's not the case. I'm just naturally attracted to, really light, bright and airy spaces. So, whenever I'm shopping for like furniture or home decor, I'm just naturally attracted to like the whites and the creams and the tans. But I
yeah,
love color. I do occasionally pop it in there here and there. It
especially
makes
around
me
the
happy.
holidays.
Color is beautiful. It makes me happy. But I'm just a neutral girl at heart.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love your home. It's so beautiful.
Thank
And so
you.
you're about to hit 50K. You're very close on your
Yes.
channel.
I'm really close to 50K, so I'm excited. I don't know if I should host like a giveaway or something. And I've had so much love and, for my subscribers, they're so awesome.
That's
So
amazing.
I just feel like I have to give back somehow. So I have to think of something to do.
I'm sure you
But
will.
yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
you will.
That
So
50K, it's a huge milestone for me. So I'm really excited to hit that soon.
really, and you said you've only done it in the last year or so?
Yep, December. This December just marked a year.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So about a year and
Congratulations.
a half now that I've been on YouTube.
That's awesome. You know, I have
Yeah.
a YouTube channel too, but I don't really, I'm working on it.
That's like me. I just started posting videos on TikTok and I'm like, oh my God, I barely have time for like my Instagram and my
Right?
YouTube, but it's fun,
It's fun.
It's nice to try a little bit of everything and
It
see
is.
what everybody else is doing. So,
Right, right. Trying to keep it, I know having all these different social media platforms can just become, people don't understand it's a full-time job.
It is. It
Yeah,
really is.
it really is. And I don't even know
Tough.
if you're doing that with three beautiful daughters, right? Two
Yeah.
babies and an older girl. So how do you juggle, how do you find time, one, to do all this work and be a full-time mommy?
Really, I just tried, I started, which has helped me. I've started, writing down what kind of content I want to put out.
Mhm.
And I try to schedule it, and sometimes it works. And to be honest, sometimes it doesn't. And it's okay. I've learned to not feel guilty if I can't get up a post or get up a video on time. If I wanted to upload a video on Thursday morning and that doesn't happen, you know, I've I'm okay with it.
Right.
So that's one thing that I want to tell other mommies is not to feel guilty, not to feel pressure, because I know it's hard, to feel that pressure like, oh my God, I have to stay consistent and on top of my social media, which is important. But I think enjoying your children, is comes first.
Right.
And for me, everything just ends up falling into place. I enjoy my children. And then whenever I do get some help, my older daughter, she's a teenager, so she helps me. So when she's able to help me and my husband's home, I take advantage. If I'm not sleep deprived, I take advantage and, I kind of just go back to my notes and see what kind of content I want to create. And I just take advantage of that. Like whenever they're napping or I have help here, that's when I'm, recording to film or taking pictures. And yeah, I kind of just take it day by day. Honestly, I try not to stress myself out.
So just giving yourself grace in between.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And just be okay with not being perfect,
Right. Right. Which I
which
think,
is hard to do when you see like other accounts. I try not to compare myself and, you know, I just try to take day by day and yeah,
you're doing a good
I
job.
for me, I just feel like everything falls into place.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I think that's a great attitude to have, I think, for any working mom, just do
Yeah.
the best you can, and
Do the
especially,
best you can, exactly, and try not to be perfect. A lot of the times when I first started my Instagram channel, I'm sorry, my Instagram platform, I felt like a lot of like the bigger influencers, like you would look at their feed and everything was just so perfect and precise. And a lot of the new influencers that are coming on board now are, I feel like they're just breaking that trend. It's like,
Mhm.
hey, we're people too, and we have
Yeah,
messy homes, and
yeah,
life isn't perfect. And I what I'm sure they have learned and I have learned myself is that our audience truly enjoys that as well.
yeah, right.
They love to see the beautiful staged pictures and staged videos, but they also want to know that you're human too and you're just like them and you don't have your life in order.
Right.
So I think it's okay to just post pictures and content that isn't as perfect as it can be, and it'll still get you being active on social media too.
Right, and growing and inspiring people too, right?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
this is what I'm doing today, and this is what I got.
Exactly. Yep, I'm still in my PJs and it's 5 o'clock and it's okay.
And that's especially during quarantine, right?
Exactly, exactly. It's totally the in thing now. Like everybody's still in their PJs, messy buns, and hey, it works. It's a trend now.
I know. I try to find the best filter if I show myself in the morning because it's just my hair's not done, my makeup's. I haven't put makeup on in 5 days, so
Oh, thank God for those filters though, right?
right. I
They
wish
work
they had a little
miracles.
bit of better filter.
Uh-huh. They have cute ones now. They have so many now.
They do.
I
They do.
love
It could
those.
be anything. Uh,
Yep.
yeah. So I think that's such great advice, and it's true. I feel like even as my account is evolving, and I'm adding like this podcast, and I
Which
do.
is awesome, by the way.
Oh,
Congratulations.
thanks. It's been
Very
a
cool.
dream. It's been a dream. Like I've said this before, it's just like I feel like I get to know everybody on this, and this is a way that I want other people to get to know my
Exactly.
friends and people I chat with, and just take it to the next level. So hopefully
Yeah.
people can, plus people
And
can
there's
get
a lot of
inspired.
influencers that you've interviewed and I've listened, to the interviews, and it's just like you almost like grow to like love them even more because it's just like, oh my God, like that's so cool. You get to learn new things about them. So
Yeah.
it's really cool that you're doing this.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has such crazy different lives, and
Yeah.
they start
Different
from
stories.
like I guess that'd be a good question. Like, what really brought your passion out for home decor? Like, when did you?
Well, honestly, it's been, I've always had a big passion for home decor. And it's, I guess I got to blame it on my mom.
All right,
Ever
we
since
all
I
do,
was
I think.
little, she was a single mom and, she didn't have a lot of money. And that was just a thing for her. She still loved hosting and decorating the house. And, when my family would travel I have a lot of family up north, when they would come down, I would just see her like, getting like plates and stuff and like for hosting for like big dinners and new decor and beautiful pillows and she would completely transform the space. And growing up I saw that, and it's just I've always had a love and passion for decor, and I've always loved seeing like a plain boring four walls become
Right.
into this beautiful place where you can share it with your loved ones and create memories in these gorgeous spaces.
Yeah.
So that's really what got me started. It's just my mom and watching her as I was growing up, and the fact that she didn't have a lot of money and she didn't have to go and buy all this fancy stuff, but she still made a beautiful home. And we were able to create beautiful memories in that home.
Oh, that's
So
lovely.
that's basically how it all started, really.
Yeah. I guess we can all kind of, bring it from our moms, and just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. And it shows that like, even through like my evolution, it shows you don't have to have a mansion to have a beautiful home. You can have
That's
an
right.
average home and just do little things and upgrade and continue to
That's
upgrade
right.
and move forward. And
Yep.
I started this account in an apartment. So
I remember.
and
I
I was
remember.
like, how many things can I rearrange in this apartment?
Yeah. And you did so good. And I really didn't know you were in an apartment. I think after like quite some time. And then I realized, I'm like, wow, she's in an apartment. She does it because it didn't look like an apartment. It looked like a home, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Thank you.
So
So it's been a journey. It's been a
it's
journey, and then the
good.
whole remodeling journey too, and like
Yeah.
moving into a new home and decorating a whole entire space. And like I just even told Steve the other day, it's like the base of my page has always been how to update your home with accessories, and I'm just like it's becoming. I have so much home to do
Yeah.
now,
I bet.
so things are evolving over here too.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, we're still working on a bunch of projects. And I remember when I purchased my first home, gosh, when was it? Um, about 6 years ago was when I purchased my first home. And I remember my family, they were helping us do some moving. And one word, like, or, words of encouragement that my aunt had given me was, Rome wasn't built overnight. So take your time. And I've learned, I used to go out and buy like all this stuff. And then a month later, I hated half of it because I just, I ran out and bought all this stuff just to fill a room,
Yeah.
and now as I've gotten older and as, now I'm in my second home, you just learn to take your time. And it's okay to shop around and take your time before just filling up your space with things.
Yeah.
you know it needs to be things that are make you happy and that you're going to want to keep for a long time,
Right.
or more than just a couple of months.
Right. Right.
Because some things can be a little trendy. So I try not to fall into like the trends too much. I try to just, I ask myself, is this piece a piece that I'm going to have in my home for a long time? Is this something that I can pass on to my children, that we can have for years and years to come and enjoy it? Or is this just something that I'm going to have for a few months and then toss it or donate it?
Right.
So that's how I shop now. But before, I was just like, I want this, I want this, I want this. So
Yeah.
it's important to just take your time and decorate your space. And it takes time.
Yeah. It takes time.
So, and
And
it's okay for that.
I
Yeah.
agree. That's a great tip. It's a great
Hmm.
tip. Take your time, find pieces you love, pieces that are timeless. And like I said, moving back into a house, I felt like this, especially as an influencer, super like urgent to like get so much done and just
Yeah.
start
Same
filming
here.
spaces. And now I'm just like, okay, taking a step back. I want to start doing things one room at a time, trying to finish, just those spaces, and then taking things instead of just tossing it and buying new things. Let's see if I can rework it. And if I don't, then I'll buy something, but
Yeah.
try give it a little DIY first or something.
Right. I love that. Yeah, same here. I've been shopping my home a lot too. I've been rearranging things. Like I just did that with my curtain panels. I took the ones that I had in my bedroom because I purchased new ones for that. Um, and I placed them in my living area, my living room and dining room. And I'm like, what a difference. It looks like I purchased new ones.
Yeah, were those the blush
And,
ones?
huh?
Were they blush?
So they pick up a blush on pictures for some reason. So they have like a mauvey undertone, but they're actually supposed to be gray. But I guess they look blush. But a lot of people like the
Blush.
blush.
I liked it.
Yeah, but a lot of people like it. So I'm like, oh, it works. They're supposed to be gray. But they're pretty, and it looks really nice. It adds that perfect little pop of color in my
Yeah,
space that I'm okay to have. It doesn't overwhelm me.
yeah,
So, and it goes nice with the rest of like my furniture and stuff. So it looks really pretty, and I didn't have to buy new panels.
yeah, yeah. That's great.
So shopping your home is big.
Huge, huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
especially
sure.
like Steve and I were in full hoarder status because we got rid of so much and then like we like gained so much. And now I'm like, my girls come over and they're like, oh, I want this. And before I'd be like, oh yeah, take it. And I'm like, no. I'm like,
Oh my
few more
gosh.
rooms to finish.
Oh,
We'll see after all that.
yeah. That's
So,
funny.
YouTube. Okay, you're my first really YouTuber on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel special.
Well, I love your channel. And so, what
Thank
are some
you.
tips you can give to someone who really wants to branch out into like being more successful in YouTube? I need these tips as well because, like I said, I've had one for a while. I just really don't post on it, and that's my own fault. So,
Yeah.
tips
Staying
for that.
consistent is important. I had taken a little bit of a break when I was towards the end of my pregnancy, and then even up until recently with the twins, just because it's been really hard. But now that they're almost 3 months,
Wow.
they're getting a little bit better, to manage them with like their sleep routine and whatnot. So I am getting a little bit more consistent on my channel with posting. Um, Now with YouTube is a different platform, but it's so much fun. Um, so if my advice is if you can't, maybe post a video right away, still stay active through their community. So you can also do pictures, post like an Instagram post,
Oh, really?
and you can also do stories now.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know
So
that.
that's pretty new.
Okay.
And I feel like I can still engage with my subscribers that way, and keep them excited.
Right.
So if for instance, I'm working on a kitchen organization video, and I purchased some items. I took a picture and I put it on as a regular post. And I was like, I love organizing and purging. Just did a cute little caption and I got a lot of likes. So people know, okay, so the next video is going to be a kitchen organization video and they get excited. It's like a little premiere, like a
Yeah.
preview. So, if you can't do like a full blown video that week, then definitely stay active on your stories and
Okay.
stay active doing little posts and here and there and give people like little sneak peek previews. They love that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. It's changed so much. The platform has changed so much. I think stories, I don't know. I want to say the stories is like new. I think that was like last year they started doing that. And it's just like Instagram stories. You post the same way.
Wow.
And then you can post pictures. Yeah. A lot of my favorite influencers that I watch on YouTube that I'm subscribed to,
Yeah.
I would see them post pictures and I'm like, oh, you can do that? Okay. So we're going to do that now.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm
But
definitely
yeah.
going to dive into that a little bit more then.
Yeah, exactly. So that's helped me still stay active and engage with my subscribers and let them know like, hey, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I haven't gone anywhere. And a lot of them become like family. You know, I see a lot of the same people comment on my videos and like my videos, and they'll come over to my Instagram and they'll DM me and like, hey, I'm so and so from your YouTube. I saw this video. And sometimes it's just questions on certain things, like I saw this and it had nothing to do with your video, but I want to know where you got it. Or I haven't, you know, I want to get some advice on certain things. And you get you just meet all these amazing people from all around the world, which
Right.
is really cool. You know, I constantly get comments like, love from Germany and love from here and everywhere, Australia. And I'm just
Yeah,
like, it's amazing.
that is amazing.
It really is. It's such a nice platform to meet people, and really, and networking too it's great for that too.
Well, definitely those are a lot of really good tips, and I will
Yeah,
have to implement those. I'll add that to the
for
list.
sure. Yeah, especially with your podcast. You
Yeah,
can
you
make
know, like,
little stories before you're getting ready and stuff like
I know,
that.
I know. I feel like I have Instagram down. It's just like YouTube has just been this thing where I just kind of threw videos up just to like keep it going. But you're right. It sounds like it's totally changed. And
Yeah, it
it's another
is.
great way. It's another great platform that people, and plus they can watch it on TV.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I've actually had people send me photos of my videos on TV, and I'm like,
That is so cool.
I forget that it's like a TV channel.
Yeah, it is. It is. That is so cool. That's nice.
Okay, so we talked about the tips for YouTube, which I think is great. What about Instagram? Because your Instagram also does well. Do you do just similar things to that as well?
So I feel like the platforms are a little bit different. I feel like with YouTube, um, because you're posting videos, like longer videos, and you have to film and edit, and you know, I feel like you're allowed to take your time. So in order to, I mean, obviously there's people that, everyone's different. There's some people that post every day, you know, especially if they're vloggers, they can just vlog. Vlogs are a little bit easier. They don't have to edit as much. You're just talking into a camera and you just upload, right? With me, I have to edit a lot because I'm usually doing a tutorial on, how to style like a living room or a kitchen or an organization video. So
Right.
with me, I have to do a lot of filming and I have to do a lot of editing and put that and make it one video that's fun and easy to watch,
Right.
right? So typically, in order to stay consistent on the YouTube platform, they usually say like 1 to 2 videos a week,
Okay.
right? So versus Instagram, I feel like in order to grow on Instagram and stay active, you need to do a few posts a week,
Yeah.
at least one post a day, really, just
Yeah.
to keep up with everything and keep up with trending. So with Instagram, I feel like it's important to, collaborations are huge. I feel like on Instagram, and just uh, engage, the people that you engage with,
Right.
like tagging a lot of your favorite stores, a lot of your favorite brands, or even big accounts so they can feature you. I feel like that's a great way to grow on Instagram and to stay, active, versus, YouTube. You can't really do so much of that on there. But on Instagram, that's what, I would, you know, my recommendation is to, tag all your favorite stores, tag all your favorite influencers, because there's a lot of accounts that share other people's work and they'll shout you out in their story, which is really nice. That's what's helped me, grow on Instagram as well, is,
Right.
collaborations and stuff like that. So, and of course, staying active on your stories
Yeah.
as well. That helps, kind of letting people know, which I'm bad with, but letting them know like, hey, I just posted a new post, or doing like a clip of a video. If you're doing a video, post it on your story, give them like a little tease,
Yeah.
so they can go to your post and like it and engage with you there. So there's different ways you can, interact with your audience on Instagram and grow on Instagram,
Those are good
for
tips.
sure.
So, what do you use to shoot your videos for YouTube and Instagram?
I use my camera. I don't know which camera it is. And
You don't use your iPhone. You use a camera.
I don't use my iPhone. No, I used to when I first started.
Okay.
So for about the first 4 months after I started my YouTube channel, I only used my phone
Mhm.
and a little like $7 tripod from Amazon. It was like the cheapest one that I found. And I still have it and I do use it and it works. It works. So you don't have to have a lot to start. So I use my phone, I use my little tripod, and then I would edit my videos on iMovie. And
Like the
then
app
from
on your
there, I'd
phone.
upload it onto my YouTube channel. And I had to learn how to do my my thumbnail for my videos because I didn't know how to do that. So once I learned how to do that, then I was able to, run with that. But yeah, when I first started, and I felt like, and that was one of the reasons I didn't start YouTube before was because I felt really overwhelmed and intimidated. I felt like you needed like all this like fancy stuff because I would see all these videos. And of course my videos are still not like, when you compare them to like, bigger influencers on YouTube. But that's okay because they still do great. I still do great on YouTube, and I know eventually I'll get there. So my main focus is just to kind of get out there and let people know like, hey, I'm here. This is me. I'm glamorously living. This is what I do. This is what I have to offer. And then I think all of that, like I said before, everything just falls into place. I think you should just do what you love and share it. And there's always going to be people that can relate to what you're sharing, and then it just becomes personable. So when people can relate to you, I feel like you make that connection.
Yeah.
So I think I have that connection with my subscribers and my followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I think eventually I'll upgrade to even just like I upgraded from my iPhone to my camera. Eventually I'll upgrade to like a nicer camera, and and I'll have like fancy videos. But for now, I'm working with what I got, and it's been working for me. So
I do everything off my iPhone. I bought a camera. I don't know how to use it. Like it literally just made
they're
me
not user friendly.
it just made me mad. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't want to spend the time. I don't know what I'm doing. So I've said it before, even my photos, I don't do the photos. I can't. I've tried.
Yeah.
I try to hire
It's
someone.
not easy.
Yeah. And then she just brings me all these photos and I decide when I'm going to post them. Can't do it. I tried the Snapseed and the Visco app, and I bought overlays, and I couldn't do it. And
And
I'm
still,
like, I'm not doing this. So,
you have your strengths and your weaknesses.
yeah, I can talk. I'm a good talker.
Well, that's good.
That's
See,
what
there
I've
you
learned.
go.
That's what I've
This
learned.
is
And
why you do the podcast.
that's why I started the podcast, because I'm like, I can talk. I'm not a good writer. I have someone who helps me with my blog. And then I have someone who takes my photos.
Perfect.
I've
It
learned,
works. You got to
yeah.
find your strengths and your weaknesses for sure.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, you know what? I think we went over everything. Um,
Hey.
I guess let's just give you've given so many good tips. So, but just two quick tips for people who want to start their own Instagram account.
Okay.
I know we've gone over them, but like just summarize them up real quick. Like, well,
Yeah. So the number one is just start. Don't, like I said, don't compare yourself to other people,
yeah.
and don't try to be perfect. Just start. I actually, if you look at my Instagram and you scroll all the way, the first picture that I ever posted on Instagram is still there. And I'll always leave it there. It was May of 2017. And it was a picture of like this like silver pineapple and a silver tray, a mirror tray. It's probably a bad picture, but it was my first picture. And, I started, and that's what got me to where I am today. So number one is just start, just start posting pictures, just start making videos. People will, like I said, relate to you, and they will follow you because you're being genuine and you're being true to yourself. Right. And I guess another tip would be, stay true to yourself. Don't try to, um, you know, do what other people are doing. So like for me, as an example, I'm a neutral girl. And, there's a lot of people who don't like a neutral palette, and a lot of people who told me, like, you can't do white on white on white, and guess what I did? Because that's what I like. I mixed my creams and my whites and my textures, but overall I stuck with my neutral palette, and that's just what I love. And that's how I've grown my audience. A lot of people, they know that I'm a neutral girl. They know that that's my palette. And a lot of people will send me pictures of, like, their bedding and this and that. And they're like, you've inspired me. Like, I've always wanted this, but, I had kids, or I have, pets, and I didn't think that I could have, white on white on white, so stay true to yourself. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. If that's what you love and that's what you want to share, go ahead and do it, because you'll have people who are gonna say, oh wow, I've always wanted to do that, and they'll follow you, and they'll be, faithful.
Yeah.
Just be genuine, stay true to yourself, and just start posting with whatever you have.
I love that. I love that. It's so true.
Yeah.
So true. That's such good advice for everyone. And I just want to thank you so much
Good.
for being on my podcast and
Oh, thanks for having
my
me. This is
IG
so much
friend.
fun.
Now I barrage you with YouTube questions. I'm like, where are
Oh
these
no,
stories
you're
at?
fine. I'm still learning myself. It's an evolving platform, so I'm always learning every day, and I probably don't have all of the answers, but if I can help you or someone else, move forward with YouTube, then hey, I'm all here for it.
You're amazing. Well,
That's what we're here for, to help each other out.
right? And it's like,
Yeah.
that's another reason why I won this podcast. Like, I always feel like there's so many amazing women on Instagram,
There
and
is. Oh
there's
my
so
gosh,
much
so
room
much
for all of
talent.
us. I know, so much talent,
Yes.
so much room for all of us to grow and help each other, and
I agree.
keep it positive, and
Yes.
lift
I
each other up.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
thank you for doing that, and for starting this platform for so many of us to voice our opinions and our stories. It's
Yeah.
huge.
Thank you. Well, thank you
I'm
for
glad
being.
to be a part of it. Thank you for
You're such
inviting
a
me
light.
today.
You're such a light. This is such a great interview. I can't believe you're doing this. The twin.
Oh. Well, after this, my husband's probably going to be like, okay, here, your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. Enjoy your day.
You too.
Bye.